Hi Year 10, this is a flipped lesson on comparing the settings in To Kill a Mockingbird and The Help. Okay, so just a quick review of introductions. Your introduction should be brief. You're looking for no more than about 100 words in your introduction. So you refer to the text details and the historical context of each text. So by that, I don't mean a paragraph, I mean maybe a sentence. So To Kill a Mockingbird took place in the 1930s when the Depression and racial segregation was evident or happening, something like that. You must provide your contention in response to the essay topic and your overview of an ideas you'll explore. So state your contention. This is the broad statement in a sentence or two that responds directly to your essay topic. So for example, while both Lee and Taylor portray the devastating effects of prejudice on their characters' lives, they also depict the way the characters uncover their bravery and courage by choosing to confront the prejudiced views of others. Okay, so if you still need some more information about introductions, please let me know. Body paragraphs. So in the practice CAT, we did the first two body paragraphs. So this is using the essay topic and to compare the characters or events in both texts. Okay, for body paragraph 3, you're all popping up and saying, liking the messages I've sent. Body paragraph 3, use the essay topic to compare the two settings of the text. Now, please ignore this. This is another teacher's PowerPoint and we didn't do this. Okay, so we're going to look at this right now. So body paragraph 3, include comparison of the setting, historical and social context, and how these influence the attitudes of characters and society in the text related to the essay topic. Okay, so we're going to look at this today. So body paragraphs on two texts, just a reminder. So we have the topic sentence, evidence for text A, explain and analyze for text B, the first text, transition, oh, that's a muck up, text B, and then comparing the text with a bit of a link sentence, okay? So the setting is our last body paragraph. So the similarities, both texts are set in the South during the time of segregation. The divide between blacks and whites are obvious and Jim Crow laws are very prominent. Jim Crow was the name of the racial caste system which operated primarily but not exclusively in the southern and border states between 1877 and the 1960s. Jim Crow was more than a series of rigid anti-black laws. It was a way of life. So the differences. To Kill a Mockingbird is set during the 30s, during the Depression, where many of these laws have not been challenged, whereas The Help is set in the 60s, which was a time for change and confrontation as the civil rights movement had taken hold in the US. So Martin Luther King was starting to come into prominence. African Americans were rioting against the system, so the change was happening. For example, by the end of The Help, there is evidence that many of the ideas behind segregation are being challenged and characters like Minnie are accepted, if not respected, by the Foots. Okay, so the following slides, this is going to be in Compass, is just a bit of an overview on the historical context, the social context, with similarities and differences, and cultural and settings, okay? So I recommend that you have a read over that to just get some ideas. So your task is to write a comparative body paragraph on the settings of the text. You need to adjust your writing for the themes. Some example topic sentences are, so for prejudice, both The Help and To Kill a Mockingbird are set in the American South where conservative attitudes maintain the racial prejudice and limitations of social mobility. Okay, so we could imagine this essay has talked about the effect of prejudice on Tom and Aibileen, for example, and then maybe Mayella and Celia, okay? And then you would talk about how the society kept segregation and also limited social mobility. Courage. The societies portrayed in The Help and To Kill a Mockingbird demonstrate that acting with courage would be difficult and at times a dangerous action. So you'd refer to the Jim Crow laws for especially Aibileen and Skeeter when you're talking about their courageous acts, and also the threat of the mob, things like that. Okay, so have a go. I'm not too stressed about this. What I want you to do is write a body paragraph. So just open up a new Word document. Your body paragraph would be about 250 to 300 words long, maybe 350, yeah? And upload to Term 3, Week 8 classwork setting comparative paragraph. It's due by 4 p.m. Thursday, okay? So don't forget Thursday will be a catch-up lesson for you because I have my professional practice day. All right, guys, as usual, any questions, please ask.